Hi, this is BJ. Wanted to give you a quick update because I know it seems like I fell off the face of the earth. I got sick a couple weeks ago. In the course of that sickness, I ended up like busting vessels in my eye. I couldn't see. I didn't have balance. I had weakness on one side. It was all the symptoms of a stroke, and I was too dopey and too out of it then to realize that and to get myself to a doctor. So I went and saw my doctor today. He's sending me for all sorts of brain scan, heart scan, carotid artery. I have to go see a dermatologist. I have to, I forget who else. It's a thick pile of people I'm going to go see. But he said he had a feeling maybe it was just a really funky virus that I had, because knowing my history and knowing me and the things that I try to do to take care of myself, he had a feeling in his gut that it wasn't vascular. So that was good, even though there was some bad news later. I'll get to that in a second. And I was talking to him about how come I do all this stuff, and I'm like running and I'm doing the raw food. You would think I'd be a lot better as far as my blood sugar numbers and my weight and everything, and he just said it's the insulin resistance, it's the diabetes, it's my age. I may have to do like 3-4 times the effort of someone else to see the results I want, so I'll just keep plugging away. And so when he told me that, of course I wasn't very happy about that. And I was leaving there thinking, God, that isn't fair. That just isn't fair. And I was calming, like soothing myself, saying, well, nobody ever promised me fair. Nobody ever gave me a contract that said if I did this stuff, I would get back fair. So I just have to do the best I can with the situation that I've got. And as I was telling myself that, my phone rang, and it was my sister. And she was at her doctor. She was getting evaluated for some other stuff. And it turned out that she was diagnosed with something called Alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency or something. And her doctor told her to call me because she got it because both of our parents were carriers. So he was having her tell me that I had it, and for me to go see him to go get treatment or whatever. And he wants her to go get treatment, and I guess there is no cure for this thing, but the treatment is you have to go every week for like a blood plasma transfusion. You have to sit there for like 6 to 8 hours while they like transfuse your blood or something. I don't know. If any of you have experience with this, let me know, because it blows my mind. Because I mean, it totally wasn't something I was going for, and all of a sudden you get this call out of the blue with someone saying you have this incurable disease. Come in and get weekly blood transfusions so we can halt the destruction of your lungs and liver. It's crazy. So, so that's where I'm at now. My sister has given up. My sister is saying she's lived a long life. She's pretty happy. She doesn't, she doesn't mind if she goes. She doesn't really have that much more to look forward to or that she wants to accomplish. And I wish I was that way. I wish I could be that way. But I don't know, I'm anal or something. And I've been looking around on the internet, trying to get more information. I guess a big component of this disease is inflammation. And with the raw food, if you do 100%, you can pretty much bet you're not going to be having any inflammation. And that's something else that I've noticed. One of the treatments is if you get sick, they tell you don't eat foods that cause mucus. And that's something that I do. When I do get sick, I will eat raw food or I'll starve, because I don't want to get the mucus. I know if I eat a pizza or eat a burger or eat something like this, it'll be really hard to breathe. And it's really hard for me to believe it, because even though I'm sitting here telling you I have those problems, I only get those problems when I get sick. Like if the weather changes, or I pick something up from someone. But I can like run around the park with no problem, and do other stuff. But this thing's saying like to move away from here because we have like all the dust and everything. And so my sister is thinking of going to San Diego. I would think it's dirty there too. You're supposed to get away from smog and smoke and dust. Stay away from cleaning fluids and toxins and air pollutants and stuff like that. So she says that she's always felt good there, so she's thinking about going there. I love it here. I know it's dusty, so I don't know. But I'm going to try to find groups and other people who have this and see what they do and see how they've done. See if there is, even though he says that there is no cure or diet or exercise thing. Like I said, she's given up. And they've told her, you know, there's nothing you can do, there is no cure. But that's pretty much what they tell diabetics too. They tell diabetics there is no cure. There's nothing you can do. Just take this medicine and it's, you know, try to take care of yourself, but it'll progress. But they don't tell them you can do raw food and you can do this and that, and that'll make it better. The doctors usually don't tell you that, so maybe that's something that can make a difference in this other thing, and maybe the doctors just aren't telling us that. So I think I'm still kind of in a state of shock. I'm still trying to think this out. But I wanted to let you guys know what was going on. The doctor said as far as the raw food, as far as the exercise, I was asking him if that could have caused, like, if it ended up being a stroke. He said no, that would help. That it would be something else, and that's why he says his gut feeling is that that's not what it was. I'm sorry, I'm not even really thinking straight. So I think now that I got that out, I'll just end this video. I'm going to keep with the raw food, keep with the exercise, and see if the raw food can have an effect on this. I'm going to try to talk my sister into trying to up hers and see if that makes a difference as well. I don't want to do blood transfusions. I don't want a lung transplant. I don't want a single lung transplant. I don't want to take the medicine and stuff that they say. If I can do something with diet and exercise, then I'll try to do that. So we'll see. Type 2 diabetes, PCOS, asthma, and possibly this other thing, which may actually be the asthma, I don't know. We'll see. I appreciate any prayers or good vibes or anything that you can send. And if any of you guys have experience with this, have any knowledge about this, I'd appreciate anything that you can share. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.